Evan Belford joins me, the winner of race 2 in the Minimoto Elite class last time. Now, you've been right up there challenging this season, Evan, but you haven't had a win. How delighted were you to get your first win?
I was really happy, and I was quite lucky as well, because if it wasn't for James crashing, I would have had a good battle with Bailey.
Okay, and this weekend, Glannygorse Park, different conditions here obviously today that we're filming in. Looks like it's sunny at the moment, looks like it's going to stay like this, hopefully for the rest of the day. Have you done much at this track before?
Well, yeah, just in that one session, the warm-up, I just beat that record by a second, so I'm quite happy.
By a second?
Yeah.
Okay, that's a huge win for you if you've beaten the track record by a second. Can you take the win though? Because being fast is one thing, having all that racecraft and winning sometimes a different thing. Can you win today, do you think?
I could try, because I'm getting consistent 47, so I'll try.
Okay, well, good luck.
Thank you.
Evan took that win in race 2 last time. It was Casey O'Gorman took wins in races 1 and 3. We'll catch up with him later, and he is going off pole for this one. The 9 times race winner this season in this class. Bailey Stewart Campbell goes off P2, 4 race wins, 10 podiums. Mason Foster goes off P3, riding the 88 bike. Then comes Ryan Hitchcock on the 43 machine with a couple of podiums to his name. Then Josh Bannister, the Dunkley Heat rider, the 8-year-old from Nuneaton, rides the 2 bike. Evan Belford, that winner last time of race 2. There it is, confirmed. 1 race win this season so far for Evan. Sullivan Moutsey comes next. He goes off P7. 2 podiums for Sullivan this year. Then comes Emmanuel Brinton, a race winner. 6 podiums for him. James Cook comes next with 3 podiums. He goes off P9. Going off P10, it's Joe Farragher, the Northwich man, aged 12. Then comes Luca Hopkins going off P11. The 10-year-old from Oxfordshire rides the 41 bike. Troy Jeffrey, well, it looks like he's well out of position down there on P12, the 9-year-old from Kelso. Then comes the dude, Clayton Edmunds, the 8-year-old from Uxbridge. Harrison McKay goes off P14, and rounding out the grid, it's Jamie Woodcock going off P15, riding the 17 bike. Jake.
Casey O'Gorman versus Bailey Stewart Campbell on the front row of the grid at Glannygorse. Does it get much more exciting than that? We wait for the race to get underway. It does, as the Dragon flag drops on the front of the grid, and already it's a clean start from the top 4, but what a getaway from Ryan Hitchcock. He's blasted past Mason Foster for 3rd as they climb up the hill. It's O'Gorman, Stewart Campbell, Hitchcock and Foster as they come up to Spoon Curve for the first time. Goodness me, Hitchcock's had his Weetabix. He's already right on the back of Bailey Stewart Campbell.
He's all over him, isn't he? Coming down the hill, and Casey getting away early doors. Look at that. That's a good 10 or 11 bike lengths as they go through that classic double apex carousel. You can really pick out the curves. Fantastic corner into the compression complex. These series of 3 right-handers. That brings you into the hairpin, which drops you down into Devil's Elbow right here. The track really drops away there, and then left-handed down to the final turn. Again, fantastic pictures from the drone. I think this is the one circuit we come to every year where the drone pictures are just absolutely amazing.
Bailey Stewart Campbell already in frustration mode at the end of the first lap. 1.1 seconds. Is that Hitchcock through? It is. Hitchcock's already got Stewart Campbell. My goodness, it's only lap 2, and he is absolutely romping this circuit now. If he can keep up this sort of challenge, he may be able to start to get into the gap of Casey O'Gorman. I was going to say, Bailey Stewart Campbell in frustration mode already as he watches Casey O'Gorman start to disappear out front. But the Irishman out in the lead of the race is absolutely romping, as he has done so many times already this year, looking set to be Mini Elite champion if this sort of pace continues. But he's just out there on a normal Saturday morning ride and having a brilliant, brilliant time of it.
Yeah, he's looking to win all 3 championships he's taking part in this year. This one, the Minimoto Elite class and the 2 Mini GP classes. He's unbeaten, of course, in Mini GP 70. He lost the Mini GP 50. His perfect record in Mini GP 50 last time at Red Lodge. that lost to Eddie O'Shea. We'll be interviewing Eddie later about that. But O'Gorman, he's a phenom, isn't he? And look at this, he's got another 5 or 6 bike lengths on that lap. But Hitchcock doing pretty well there in second.
Yeah, there's absolutely no doubt in my mind the current form that Casey O'Gorman is showing. He is going to be the next Irish rider to consider Moto GP as his career, and certainly has the potential to go all the way. If he's riding like this age 10, goodness knows how he'll ride age 20.
Yeah, and you know, you're talking about really good riders he's up against as well. Hitchcock, Bailey Stewart Campbell, Mason Foster. I'm not sure whether Mason Foster, I think Mason Foster's on a liquid cooled engine. You can use air cooled engines in this and take the restrictor out, but they're not as quick as liquid cooled engines.
Now,
but yeah, as you were saying, Jake, he is an incredible talent, Casey O'Gorman, against other kids who are incredible talents.
I was just going to say, Josh Bannister seems to have lost about 4 places, has dropped to 11th position. He was in about 6th place battling away with Emmanuel Brinton, but unfortunately he seems to have fallen away on that lap. I'm not entirely sure what happened, but he's lost quite a few places. I think he may even have come off the bike and got back on again, because he was 10 seconds away from Casey O'Gorman in the lead of the race. Hitchcock in 2nd, Bailey Stewart Campbell 3rd, but now Bannister is showing up as being in 11th position. The timing screen on your left for some reason shows that we've got 2 race leaders. We don't. We have just the one, of course. Hitchcock there in 2nd for Bailey Stewart Campbell. Coming towards us, that was the 17, I believe that was. Oh, sorry, no, that was the 47 of Joe Farragher battling with Luca HOPKINS in there behind Brinton, who is in the top 6. Look at how Bailey Stewart Campbell came off the turn there, dropping down the hill. He's absolutely determined. He's not going to get the win at this rate, because O'Gorman's pulled the lead out to 2.3, but he wants more than anything to steal this 2nd place back from Hitchcock as they come through the compression complex. That final of the 3 right-handers, then tight into the left. God, he was looking for a move, wasn't he?
Don't forget the championship is between O'Gorman and Bailey Stewart Campbell effectively. I don't think anybody else is going to challenge to win the title. It's these two.
On the
There
inside.
is Bailey Stewart Campbell. That's a great move.
Oh, but he may get it. He is going to have to cut across on the way out, which he does beautifully from Ryan Hitchcock. But Bailey Stewart Campbell putting himself in there. Oh, my word.
Brilliant.
Hitchcock absolutely nails him on the outside line. These two could continue this kind of tussle for the next 3.5 laps. Absolutely brilliant from Hitchcock.
He sort of broke his heart there, didn't he, round the outside, just when Bailey's been working so hard to get that 2nd spot. Hitchcock just flies round the outside at turn 2, and that is not an easy move round there.
And let's be fair, I was just going to say, that's one of the hardest overtaking points on the whole circuit, and he manages to do it round the outside, not at the inside. So very good work from Ryan Hitchcock. It took some stones to do that one, I tell you. Over the line and into that first corner. Now, Stuart Campbell knows that Hitchcock is strong there, so he's got to try something else. We've got 3 to go as they go up the hill. He's in his exhaust fumes as they come up through that long sweeping right. And he's very, very close to him now. Is he going to try something up the inside of the spoon? No, he wants to work up to this. He comes back on the throttle, down the drop, a little bit unsettled as he comes off the turn. And that has actually cost him a couple of bike lengths. So he's going to need to spend the next lap getting back onto the tail of Hitchcock.
In 4th place. Does it say 3rd there?
It does say 3rd.
The timing is a little bit clunky, isn't it, this mile?
But it is Mason Foster.
Laps, thank you.
It is
Mason Foster in 4th place from Sullivan Mountsie, then Emmanuel Brinton, FARRAGHER, HOPKINS, the dude Clayton Edmunds, and then Harrison McKay rounding out the top 10.
I tell you what, I did say that Bailey Stewart Campbell was going to need to close up on him. Not only has he caught him, he's got him. And now on the exit, he's going to have to try and shut the door. But watch Hitchcock, he's going to try the same move he tried before. He knows he's fast around the outside, but this time Stuart Campbell is wise to it. He moved far enough across that he's not going to come through, and despite the fact that Hitchcock tries round the outside again, this time Stuart Campbell's got him. That is Joe Farragher and Luca HOPKINS still battling away over 7th place. There's the dude, Clayton Edmunds, 146. And they are still just about knocking on the door of the top 6 places behind Emmanuel Brinton. They're about 6 seconds back. But if any one of these riders in the top 6 has an incident, then they're going to move up some places. Meanwhile, Bailey Stewart Campbell fighting the man 4 seconds up the road from him at the end of the last lap for the title. He's desperately trying to shake off Hitchcock. They go into the final turn. Good line from Hitchcock. Bailey Stewart Campbell back on the power as they go into the last lap and up the hill one more time with feeling a bit of a twitch from Stewart Campbell. Hitchcock could capitalise on that. He has! Round the outside up the straight, and that was a big mistake from Bailey Stewart Campbell. A massive twitch through the first corner. Hitchcock made mincemeat of him. He was never going to give him another opportunity to lose that. So a brilliant move there from Hitchcock as he went round the outside. But now, Bailey Stewart Campbell is running out of opportunities to get that second place back again. He's going to tuck in for the inside of the compression complex. He won't get close enough to make the move on the inside. He might throw it on the outside. It's going to take a brave rider that goes for this in Devil's Elbow. He's going to think about it. Is there going to be a setup into the final turn? Casey O'Gorman is going to get the victory, but watch back. It's going to be Hitchcock. A valiant effort from Stewart Campbell, but he just loses out by 1/10 of a second. Not even 1/10 of a second. A couple of thousandths after that. Mason Foster finishing up in 4th place. Then Sullivan Mounsey will round out the top 5. Really exciting race for Casey O'Gorman. No, it wasn't. He just dominated out in front. Hitchcock versus Stewart Campbell, though, that was very close to the death. Foster and Mounsey in the top 5. Evan Belford bouncing back in the second race in the wet at Glenagors, grabbing a victory. And in the third race, well, it was back to business as usual for Casey O'Gorman. His roller coaster season continuing with an amazing victory again. And that means that his lead is still pretty large to Bailey Stewart Campbell, with Brinton, Hitchcock and Walker chasing him down. Brilliant action from the Mini Elites. We now move on to GP50 here at Glenagors.